on some things. I went around. Give it a moment to load. Oh, I still have some coffee. It's nice. A bit late for that, but it doesn't really matter. I had some time yesterday, of course, because I couldn't do much else, so I just played the game and I finished going and do all of these motherfucking skills. Max level, so I don't have to think about it any longer. Which is as much a pain in the ass as I remember it to be. And apart from that, I think we'll just have a nice one. Now, what I do hope, for this week at least, is that once I'm done tomorrow with my report, have that sent out, and I'm going to be very pedantic about it, because, you know, I am supposed to put in this report on the 15th of every month. And as we all know, the 15th of the month will last until fucking midnight, so I will do, that is my plan at least, the rest of the work tomorrow. A bit risky, yes, but, you know, so long as nothing, generally speaking, bad happens, shouldn't really be a problem. Do another short stream, and then for the rest of the week I actually have relatively few appointments so far. Like 2 of them. If that holds true, that means that A, I'll have more time to stream, which is always appreciated as far as I'm concerned. And B, it means that you, little strategy, if you have some time this week, we might actually be able to do the GOG is hiring for remote employees. What specifically do they require me to do? Because I'm not opposed to working for GOG. I'm actually a fan of GOG. I do like the idea of being able to actually, you know, download my game on my PC and then have it there. It's the closest I can get buying something digitally and still get a physical copy without actually getting a physical copy. Let's see. What job you apply for? What jobs are they offering in general? What is the qualification I need to have for any of these jobs? Because, you know, I don't think they're looking for somebody to run their business. I'm pretty sure they have some money for that. Then again, you know, assistance to that particular job is something I could do potentially. They're willing to give me a chance at it, which is the greatest problem. But let me quickly pull up some random nonsense, aka a GOG. I have this open because, you know, then I will maybe work with us. Okay, GOG, come here. Because then I will actually just write some applications tomorrow, because why fuck not? I don't give a shit. Join our team. Current job openings. Don't worry, I already found it. I have now opened another window, which is my 5th window that I have now opened of Firefox. I should really stop this. Let's see here. One job in engineering, a product engineering team lead. I have a distinct feeling I will not be able to do that. Marketing art lead. Maternity cover, which means it's only for a short time. Marketing team, video content specialist. I mean, I do make video content, technically speaking. Cats. Let us see if there's anything in there that I could potentially go and get away with. Let's open all of them, shall we? And see. What they want from me. Responsibilities, I don't care. Experience in video content, real life footage and editing. Not much of a fan of real life footage, to be fair. Proficiency in using various video capturing and editing tools. 2 of them. High speed typing, high energy attitude. Yeah, very high speed and high impact, if you ask me, that is. Demonstrated ability to engage and communicate effectively with online communities. Will they let it count that I do have, technically speaking, a Discord server? I will admit, you know, in all honesty, communication is probably not my strong suit, to be fair. Creating content tailored for specific community segments, individual skills. Okay, that just sounds like something I don't even need to try. What else do we have? 7+ years graphic design experience. Okay, yeah, now. Requirements. Bias for action. Embracing a little mindset. I had to own my own business. Of course, I'm entrepreneurial. Fuck you. Environments. Lifelong learner, yes, all the nonsense. Do anything else that is a bit more specific? Open application. I mean, open application sounds always nice, but I'm not a fan of open applications because open applications never work. I can tell you that much. Responsibilities, job requirements, 5+ years of analytical experience. Okay, yeah, we can already calculate it yet. Prior experience of some of the following: reverse engineering of software games. Yeah, okay. Quality assurance, software related. Well, without the software related, that would actually work. Low-level programming. Oh shit. Object-oriented programming, scripting languages, assembly, game modding. Yeah, I don't think I have any of those in quantities to offer. So the only thing I basically have is an open application, eh? I mean, I guess I can just send them an open application, go like, okay, listen, people, I really like your company. I basically do any job you can see me doing. Just let me know beforehand so I know what the fuck I'm getting into. I mean, I'll keep this open, mind you, and I'll just send them an open application because technically speaking, I'm only required to apply, and I'm not even required to apply within my field alone. So, I'm just gonna send them an application. Go like, here, look, this is my CV. If you find something in there that looks interesting to you, send me an email. Not good enough to me. Strategy, that's the same as asking, like, can you unlock all the factions in Medieval 2? Like, yes, I can. But I don't think that is the same as what they are implying they would like to see in, somebody applying for a job that deals specifically with software and programming. You can stretch your accomplishments a little bit, of course. Everybody does that. That's normal. But there's a certain, amount of believability that you kind of need to, at some point, at least somewhat prove, usually. Well, that is if the one who's hiring you is not a complete idiot. For example, a friend of mine, an acquaintance of mine from years back, mind you, he once I want to call it a drunken rampage, applied for a job in bookkeeping. Like, I literally had never so much as put in, data from a recipe into any sort of software whatsoever. I still got the job. He kept the lie up for long enough that he actually did acquire some skills in the field later on, mind you, which is fucking impressive because that is quite the time investment he had to go through, but I mean, never say never. It's not like you cannot, sometimes get lucky. It happens. But yeah, I think at least of the few positions they have there, I mean, a few of those have year-long requirements that I definitely can't fulfill. The other ones are maybe, maybe we could argue there's some wiggle room, but honestly, at this point, just send them in an open application, go like, yeah, here, take a look, tell me if you have something for me. Now then, some smoke, and then we're gonna do some more exploration. That's the wrong map. Yeah, it is the map I wanted. Because of course I ran around and did, well, not much more there, to be fair. Yes, strategy, but I see that you have never actually, tried to apply for a job in Germany. Because if you have, or had rather, in the correct time frame, you would damn well know that what you're saying is quite illusional. Technically speaking, at least in Germany, if you're not very lucky, the other side is very easy to fool, believes in the good of humanity, and cannot even fathom that somebody might lie on the application. Then you will never actually get a chance to prove yourself in any job without actually fulfilling the specific requirements before and for said position. Usually you don't get that chance. Why? Because why the fuck would you? Why would I hire somebody I don't know if they can or cannot work in any given position without having obvious proof that can? Like the necessary requirements fulfilled in the qualifications, for example. For example, if, you know, somebody in Germany writes that they are looking for somebody who has, let's say, 5 years of experience in one specific activity, and you are having like 4.9, yeah, don't fucking try. Don't even apply. They're not even going to look at you. They're just going to be like, well, that ain't it. Because you damn well know there are other people who have that much experience. That is what it is. Yes, strategy. I have done those too for some of these nice little applications because they sent you some online tests, and I was like, this shit is fucking easy. Doesn't help though. Then they look at my CV and go like, well, he did the test, but shit, he doesn't have the qualifications. And that's where it breaks down, at least as far as Germany is concerned. Even if you have the necessary abilities, it doesn't mean shit if you don't have the papers to prove it. Because after all of these HR people are going to take a risk with you. Chances is, you're probably gonna do a good job. Especially because you have been given a chance outside of what you actually are, well, I was about to say entitled to, but you know, you get the idea. But if it goes wrong, and somebody looks at the papers and sees that, well, you didn't actually have the nice little paper trail that proves your qualifications, then, you know, the people in HR actually get into hot water for that. They're not gonna fucking risk that. Working in HR is a pretty fucking nice position, I can tell you that much. Absolutely strategy. You're absolutely right. People can learn extremely fast, especially if they're motivated to learn. If you give somebody a chance to prove themselves, if you put forward some trust into them, they will be highly motivated to prove that your trust in them is actually justified. Which is a very high motivator. I believe that people with such a motivator can learn and will learn, even if left on their own, even if left to their own devices, far quicker and far more willingly than somebody who has, you know, just went through the usual ways of just, you know, getting the necessary education beforehand. But oh well, it is what it is. And I can complain and bitch about it as much as I want. For example, right now I'm applying for what? I think I have applications going for like 10 jobs. All of them are somewhere between, you know, leading a team lead for in a bigger market, in a bigger supermarket or something like this, or assisting team leader in a market like this. And I think I have another application in one shop dealing with electronics, also in the assisting team leader position, because, well, I bring the experience, obviously. I've already run a business myself. I'm well aware of, you know, all of the bookkeeping that needs to be done, or well, the preparatory bookkeeping that you need to do before you put it further. Leading a team is not something that I'm not familiar with, to put it mildly. Shift planning, all of that nonsense, I know. And sadly, once and every time again, it boils down to, yeah, I may be having all of the practical experiences for these positions. I should be an ideal candidate. But realistically speaking, a random guy who has a university degree that says that theoretically he knows more than me is always gonna get the cut for me. Which is kinda sad, but it is what it is. Now then. What were we doing and what shall we do next? But yeah, let's just say, you know, I mean, there's a good reason why any sort of qualifications you get in Germany are internationally valued very much, because they damn well know that we have a very, very strict system in order to get any sort of qualifications, and that is of course reflected in our job environment as well, which means if you're outside of Germany and you only have your own qualifications to go off, I would probably not recommend coming over here and expect to be working even close to whatever position you held before. In fact, you would probably have to start very much deeper in the hierarchy than you were before, if you can work it at all. Sad. Really sad. Really wouldn't recommend coming here for work purposes, unless, of course, your company has a, you know, part of their business set up here already, and you are just getting transferred here within your company. In which case, well, Germany is not bad, an environment to live in, so long as you don't expect, you know, free speech or anything. In which case, you're probably not gonna be happy here. The German law has a very interesting interpretation of what is and is not free speech, to put it mildly. Okay, I have looked at this shit for a while now, and I think the only thing we can do actually, as an exercise, is to actually go up here and see where that leads, I think, because there's a part here we can't explore because we can't jump that high. I've gone into this area, the enemies here are far too high level, they kill me in like 2 hits, and these are normal mobs, so there's like 10 of them. That's not gonna work. We've pretty much done anything we can here, so far as I can tell. The rest is just not reachable yet. This area is totally done, so there's the nice little side quest we're gonna do first. We can't actually go further here. I did go into this cave, finish it up. There's a bit of deep water we can't get into yet, so nothing to do there as well. And we can't move that yet, so yeah, we don't really have much options. Applying for jobs, it's always a problem. I mean, I already know how this is going to end, mind you. I'm not under much illusions. I can basically, or well, I deliberately apply for positions somewhat outside my usual range, because, well, you know, there's always that small chance that you could get lucky. But more likely than not, it will not. And sooner or later, I will be forced to, well, basically work as a grunt level again. Probably in retail, which is pretty much as fun as anything else that makes you feel like you probably want to kill yourself, compared to waking up the next morning and having to do shit again. But well. Which also means, you know... yeah, where can you shoot? Performing set movements, cool. So nothing we weren't aware yet, so... guess we also need to re-explore. Can we actually go back at night, I wonder? I'm not interested here. Yeah, kind of that much. But well. Which also means that it's either a position where, you know, at least if you're somewhat lucky, you will end up with a company that will not treat you like complete shit and that will at least be willing to pay you something that you can live off. Which is all I'm asking for, basically. In which case, fine, well enough. And if not, yeah, well, then I'm probably going to work for like, you know, a few months and then go back to being a fucking jobless. And in fact, actually, you know, the people that are trying to get me to get a job, the agency responsible, I quite literally blatantly told them that if they force me to work in a dead-end position, that I'll be fucking back sooner or later. And honestly, rather sooner than later. Good thing is they can't actually argue with that. After all, they can't actually force me to keep doing a pointless job. And at least that is not something they can force you to do. As good as yeah, if they could, they absolutely would fucking do that. How much damage do we take? Okay, that's not worse than what we usually take. Must be a way to get up there, isn't there? Come on, Arno. Don't tell me you cannot reach that. See? Told you so. Don't be a bitch, Shadow. Grab the chesto. Grabbing chesto, always important. Chesto could be worthwhile. Could be. Not saying it's always, mind you. Which reminds me that I still not had any fucking lunch today, didn't I? I should have eaten something before I started, but then again, I mean, you know, not I'm gonna stay around that long. You know, just a nice hour or two of something that isn't giving me, you know, a distinct feeling of cancer. Actually, that's still on. Why did you actually? I don't need to destroy this world. I mean, why would I bother? I can just I can ignore it. You weren't actually aiming at me. That actually hurts. Ah. Okay, important lesson learned. These motherfuckers kinda dangerous. In fact, not just kinda. I'm kinda too used to beating them up on the shores now, and on the shores they're kinda, you know, a little fucking weaklings, so I don't really worry too much about them, but, well, outside, and in the darkness apparently, they are suddenly a lot more annoying to deal with. Good, lesson learned, lesson understood. Lesson has told me that, yes, this is rather unfriendly, not something you want to suffer through. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? This time with less dying, hopefully. I mean, I guess technically since I actually we could try to just sneak away, but you know, it's kind of gay. At least they seem to be worth quite a bit of XP, honestly. Which seems justifiable considering the amount of damage they do. Also, I really don't like it when they are, you know, clocked up like that. Really doesn't give me a good feeling. That means I'm probably gonna eat some damage, aren't I? I do love the little arc shot though. I do love the sheer range that it has. Sure, it's not the most damage, but the fact that I can stay well and truly a little bit away from my enemy while still attacking them is very blissful, actually. Makes me feel pretty fucking good. But an asshole just runs away again. What an asshole. Ah, great. Crabbies. Yeah, I still uphold that we should politely ignore the crabbies, because even the normal varines are a pain in the ass to deal with. Which means I can already foresee how this is going to end if I try... Really crap! You wouldn't be that much of an asshole to me, eh? I'm just trying to get the treasure chest. Could you maybe stay out of my fucking way? There's not too much to ask. That is like, yeah, that is too much to ask. All I want is some peace and quiet once in a while. I hate crabs. Crabs are annoying. And that's putting my way. That's why God gave us this nice little ability to do nice amount of damage. But we don't have to die. Okay, so, no. Let's see, there must be a way to get up here. Do I have something? Come on, come on. Don't tell me you can't get up there. Don't be a bitch about it. Climb faster. I mean, look, you click literally your feet up there. He's like, nah, that doesn't count. Do I have something? I have an attack that makes me jump higher, I wonder. Would think I have anything. Also, the fact that I have to go outside again is kind of annoying. Come on, yeah. Do I have something that makes me go higher? Does lethal rate make me go higher? I don't remember. Evil on, so technically speaking, makes me go higher. Yeah, it keeps me high. Better. Let's be honest, guys, if I would have given up the whole fucking treasure chest after spending 5 minutes running and jumping like a fucking idiot, well, price I'm willing to pay. That is indeed a price I'm willing to pay. Okay, now we politely run away. And come back once we are fully healed again, and then we're just going to run through this area and get to the next area, because I have a distinct feeling that keeping our health relatively far and nice up is probably a pretty good idea. I also have a distinct feeling this isn't boding too well for the obvious boss fight that will be at the end of this. I mean, you can try to stop me from running away. I'm not saying you can't try. I'm telling you though, it's not gonna work. Idiots. Okay, this area again. We've already been here, so we do somewhat know the area at least. But this is hopefully going to make this a bit more bearable. Do I want to go down first? And I don't. Yeah. Let's stay up here for the moment. Seems a lot safer. See? That is why I like this skill. Ah, another crab. And something I would need to climb. Glow rocks. I think those were the rocks I needed for the what was it called? Hope amulet or whatever the fuck it was. Yes, I know, where are you? Ah, shit. Very distinctive, of course, as is always the case. Yes, I know I'm very distinctive at what I'm doing. But I'm pretty sure we talked about it before, so I'm assuming, just in general terms, that somebody will probably understand what I mean. Actually, just discovered when you have a nice level attack that just goes through enemies. Okay, let's avoid attacking that because what would we? Can I get my glowstone back now? I kinda like seeing what I'm doing. It helps immensely. Nice, there always one of these motherfucking big traps around. The game is like, well, because I know you fucking hate these. And you know what, game? You're actually not wrong about that. You're absolutely right. I do fucking hate these traps. They're fucking annoying to deal with. I don't want to deal with them. I have better things to do with my life than dealing with motherfucking overgrown traps. Okay. I think we have now sufficiently proven that there is nothing really interesting up here any longer. I guess we can just drop down. Let's see what we can find down here. Okay, we have no reason to deal with that shit. More of these. I do have an unfortunate amount of health at this point. And there's an unfortunate amount of them in general. These are all things I do not enjoy. Where did this come from? Ah, from the side. Okay, that's a bit too much, game. I get dealing with 3 of them, I get dealing with 4 of them, but if you put in a fucking dozen of them at once, even I'm gonna feel somewhat, how do I put this mildly, unwell. Come on, Nacha. I'm sure you can do this without the hair. Yes, you can. See? Told you so. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna pick up every day. Is technically speaking 2 cooking spots for us to fish in here. But in order to get that fishing done, I would need to kill all of them. I have a distinct feeling that's not going to work. Where is it now? Don't worry about me. Actually, is there maybe a crystal somewhere in here? Because that would be really, really appreciated. The game's like, as if I would put one of those up for you. But don't mind me, I'm just looking for something, because I remember there was a crystal around here. Where is it? Thanks! That's what I was looking for. Oh, fuck a lot of these motherfuckers. Just from the... Ah. I do love this specific attack right now, I must admit. It is rather great at what it does. And what it does is, you know, I need to stay behind and just not get fucked. Oh crap, don't mind me. Oh, look at how much fucking HP that motherfucker has. And you wonder why I don't want to deal with them. I don't wonder why. I don't want to deal with them. I understand very, very well why I don't want to deal with these motherfuckers. Do I want to go forward? Yeah, fuck it. Let's go, let's see what happens. Why is there more of these motherfuckers? Okay, there was something there, yes. Okay, can I just... Would you mind very much if I just quickly go and do some fishing right next to your, you know, sleeping buddies? They're like, yeah, we would kinda mind. Come here, little one. And of course the next obvious question would be, do we want to fight all of these motherfuckers? One of those questions for the ages, as they say. Look at the amount of shit that's going to fly around. But you know, stop doing that shit for a bit. That is rather annoying me. I mean, XP-wise, they must be absolutely worth it, considering the amount of level ups we already had here, so I guess technically speaking, there's a use there. I'm gonna put you with one at that. But do you really wanna, you know, suffer through that? Don't mind me, just taking a few things with me. But I do feel like I should probably at least do something. And I need more insect repellent, don't I? That should probably work. I would really like to avoid fighting right next to your fucking nest, but I have a distinct feeling that's not going to work in my favor right now. Okay. No nests here. Just, you know, some potential dying. Not any longer. Okay. So there's a chest back there. I'm not gonna waste my fucking insect repellent over that. Because I'm not fucking stupid. I'd rather like to keep that. Okay, is that the way? That should be the way back, yes? So that's basically the shortcut, isn't it? Because now we have unlocked that even in night time. The fuck why that thing is up again at night time is of course a question that, you know, one could ask, very politely. And should never expect to get a good answer for. Anything back here? No? Okay. Then we shall run away. Okay, we got that. Got that. I really like my little mega thing though. Keep it's easy, it gets the job done. What more would you want? Actually, can I see? Yes, I can see. Apparently this actually does count differently, interestingly enough. That's something to remember. Okay, so far, so good, so nice, so dandy. Well, then let's ignore another one of you. Hello, creature, don't mind me, I'm just passing by, as usual. Getting that much cornered, probably not a good state. Admittedly so. Very much so, admittedly so. But creature. Okay, so where's the chest? There's the chest. That was absolutely not worth it, but no. I do believe the only way forward is up anyway, so it is. Yeah, the moment just that's the way forward. So we are down first. Check out what we can find down there. Apart from more crabs, of course. Yeah, it's not crabs. Fair enough, girl. That's what I call a timely fucking escape. Like you probably have never seen before and will never see again because, well, you're not often that fucking lucky, that's just yeah, it worked. Let's be honest here, that's all that really matters, isn't it? It just needs to work. As long as it allows me to fucking escape reasonably well, I ain't gonna fucking complain. More of these motherfuckers, eh? Hey creatures, me again, your buddy coming by to check out what's down here. Don't mind me too much, I'm just, you know... yeah, we are running out of people here. Rather great. I really would like another crystal. Some mystical reason. At least mit schon even einer, I want another crystal. Such a strange thing actually, why the fuck am I bothering with that nonsense? You know, I can just, oh yeah, that's why. There's far too many of these motherfuckers. And they're standing right in the middle of my way. I don't really want to jump over there if something is standing right smack at where I'm supposed to be landing. Sounds a bit dangerous if you know what I mean. How the game counts that as a fucking Dash move is a bit beyond me, but I'll fucking take it. Can we have another crystal, please? Yeah, there should be one here, if memory serves.